The chamber held its breath, and so did I, John. Beneath the radiance of 1,000 miniature illuminations draped across the ballroom ceiling, my sister, Emily, stood resplendent in her ivory practice attire, presiding over the assemblage like a sovereign born to rule. Her gaze, sharp as chiseled glass, located me lurking near the rear, where the dimness felt more secure. Before we commence, she called out, her voice cleaving through the commotion. Oh, and ensure she remains seated at the back. She does not belong at the forefront. The pronouncement struck like a physical blow. Giggles erupted, a jagged chorus from her attendants, their pastel gowns swaying as they sneered. A few male escorts joined in, their looks darting my way, dismissing me as if I were a stray creature that had stumbled into the wrong festivity. My cheeks felt scorched, but I kept my eyes fixed on the polished floor, wishing the marble would consume me. The humiliation was a burden heavier than the crystal pendants above. I had endured Emily's insults before. Her knack for making me feel insignificant was an art form. Refrain from cruelty, Emily. One attendant, named Emily, murmured, her voice languid, as if tossing a morsel to a starving dog. My sister simply flicked her wrist, brushing aside the remark as if I were dust on her immaculate day. I swallowed hard, my throat constricted, my heart hammering with the compulsion to flee. But then a hand settled on my shoulder, firm, unwavering. The space became still, the atmosphere shifting as though a tempest was about to erupt. I pivoted, and there he stood. John, the billionaire no one anticipated seeing at a small-town wedding rehearsal. His charcoal suit fit him as if it were crafted by divine beings. His mere presence was a quiet roar that silenced the room. His voice, deep and precise, cut through the stress. Inform them of your identity, John. Every eye locked onto me. The chuckle ceased. Emily's smug expression faltered, her self-assurance shattering like thin ice. My pulse thundered, a mixture of apprehension and something fiercer, a spark I hadn't experienced in years. I elevated my chin. The weight of her malice was no longer sufficient to restrain me. Emily recovered swiftly, her giggle sharp but unsteady. Oh, please, he's simply John, my younger brother who perpetually conceals himself in corners. Do not transform him into something he is not. Her utterances stung, but they were now hollow, echoing in a venue that no longer felt like hers. John's gaze swept the attendees, his voice stable as steel. Peculiar, because from my vantage point, he is the only one here possessing genuine fortitude. Whispers rippled through the guests. My respiration hitched. No one had ever spoken on my behalf like that. Not against Emily's reign. Her fiancé Ethan attempted to intervene, his voice tense. Can we please concentrate on the practice? No, John asserted, his tone so placid it was unnerving. This concludes immediately. He turned to me, his voice softening, meant only for me. John, they do not get to compose your narrative. Enlighten them. He paused, or I shall. My heart pounded, but his words ignited a flame. I stepped forward, my footwear clicking loudly in the quietude. You have all observed her attempt to demoralize me for years, I said, my voice quivering but gaining strength. You laughed or you averted your sight, because it was easier to permit her to render me invisible. But I am finished being your object of ridicule. Emily scoffed, her eyes blazing. What? You believe you are extraordinary now? You are merely a nonentity in borrowed apparel. I faced her, unblinking. No, Emily. I am the one who developed an enterprise, while you were preoccupied playing monarch. Last month, I became the primary stakeholder of the corporation you enjoy mentioning by name. The room erupted in gasps. Emily stumbled back, her face devoid of color. You are fabricating that. He's lying. John's smile was as thin as a razor. I brokered the transaction myself. The air crackled. Ethan muttered something, but Emily's glare silenced him. I let the reality hover, heavy and incontrovertible. While you were deriding me, I was ascending, higher than you ever conceived. Emily's composure shattered. She seized a wine goblet, smashing it down so forcefully it fragmented, crimson liquid staining the fabric of the table. This is my evening, she shrieked. Ethan gripped her arm, his voice low. Emily, you are exacerbating the situation. I turned to the crowd, my voice unwavering. I did not come to sabotage her day, but I will not permit her malice to be accepted as a mere joke any longer. Respect is not a prerogative. It is a choice, and she made the incorrect one. The guests shifted, some nodding, others stunned. Ethan's face darkened. Emily, if this exemplifies your true self, perhaps I need to reconsider this marriage. I did not rejoice in her downfall. It was not triumph. It was enlightenment. I faced her one last time. You no longer possess the authority to define me. That potency is now exclusively mine. As I exited, John at my side, the crowd separated. Murmurs followed, but no laughter. Outside, the night air was sharp and emancipating. I glanced at him. Why did you defend me? His eyes held mine, steady. Because you were always worthy of it. You merely needed to perceive it. I smiled truly for the first time in years. The shadow was gone. I was the incandescence,